Welcome to IT Tutorials. In this video, I'll show you how to install additional domain controller to an existing domain. So currently I just have one DC, that is DC01, that is part of the domain, and I have a new server called DC02 which I'm going to add in the existing domain. Before we set up additional domain controller, we need to complete certain requirements. So the first requirement is to log into the server with local admin account. Then we will have to set static IP address, then DNS IP address, and then we'll have to set a valid host name. And once these four requirements are completed, then we can carry out the steps to install additional domain controller. So let us start with these steps. The first requirement is login to the server with local admin account. So that is already done. I have logged on to Windows Server 2022 and I have logged in with the account that is part of local admins group. So the first requirement is completed. The second requirement is to set static IP address. So for that we will open run prompt and then type ncpa.cpl and it will show us the Ethernet adapter that is connected to this server. So right click the adapter and go to properties, then double click IPv4, and currently it is set to obtain an IP address automatically, but domain controllers always have a static IP address. So select the option use the following IP address and let me type the IP address that I want to set. Also type the default gateway address for your network, and then after setting the IP address for the server, we have to also set the IP address for the DNS server. So currently DNS service on my network is running on DC01 server. So let me go to DC01 and check the IP address. So I'll type the same address here. So now I have set the correct DNS server IP address and then click OK. So second and third requirement are also completed. Now let us set a host name for this server. So right click Windows logo and go to System and then click on the option rename this PC. So let me type the host name. It will be DC2 and then it is asking to restart the server. So click on restart now. So now the server has restarted and I have logged in again with the local admin account. And now all the four requirements are completed. So now we can proceed to start the installation. So for that, open Server Manager, then go to Manage and click on Add Roles and Features. Then click Next, select role-based or feature-based installation and click Next. Then select the server where you want to install the role. So the required server is already selected, that is DC2. Click Next. And then here select the option Active Directory Domain Services. Then it will ask you to add all the features. So these features will give you all the required tools to manage Active Directory. So click on Add Features. And along with that also select DNS server. So we will be installing DNS along with Active Directory. And then click Next. Then you will get the features page. So we will keep the default options that are selected. Then click Next. Then Next again. And then click on Install option. And now installation has started on DC2. Now it says configuration required, installation succeeded on DC2, and it's giving us the option to promote this server to a domain controller. So click on that option, and now it will present you with few options. So in this case we are going to add a domain controller to an existing domain. So we are not adding a new forest, or we are not adding a new domain. So we will go with the first option, add a domain controller to an existing domain. Then here we'll have to select the domain name. So click on select. Now you will have to type the domain admin credentials for the existing domain. So it says select a domain in the forest where the new domain controller will reside. So we just have a single domain in our forest, that is mydomain.local. So I'll select that domain and click OK, and then click next. Now here DNS server is already selected because we have decided to also install DNS service. It has also selected global catalog option, so it is recommended to keep this selected, so we will not change this. And then we will have to set the restore mode password. So create a new password and set it here. This password will help you to restore Active Directory service. So click next, then again click next. So after we install this domain controller, it needs to replicate data from some other existing domain controller. So in the replicate option, if I pull the drop down, it shows me dc1.mydomain.local, which is my existing domain controller. So let me select existing DC and then click next. We will keep location of these folders as the default values. So click next. And now it's showing us all the options that we have selected. Then click next. And now it will verify the prerequisites. So it says all prerequisite checks passed successfully. So now click on install option. So now the installation of domain controller has started. So now installation is completed and the server got restarted. Now I'm logging into the server with the domain admin account. Now if we go to server manager and click on tools, we are able to see all the Active Directory tools. So click on Active Directory users and computers. Now on the left hand side, we are able to see the domain name, that is mydomain.local. So expand mydomain.local and click on domain controllers. And under domain controllers, now we have additional domain controller listed here, that is DC2. Now we are going to verify data replication. So we have DC1, which is the first domain controller, and we have DC2, which is the additional domain controller that we have just now installed. So I'll go on DC1, and here under users container, let me create a new user account. So I'll just give the name as Spider-Man. So this will be my new user account in the domain. And then I could see the new user account on DC1. Now let me go to DC2. And now if I go to users container, I am able to see the same user account replicated here. So the data is successfully replicating from DC1 to DC2. So this way you can install additional domain controller to an existing domain. If you found this information useful, then please subscribe to IT tutorials. Thank you.